Alright, welcome back to my channel. This is gonna be my updated Harry deck profile for the new support. Um, Shout out to the one guy that encouraged me to do this deck profile, and I do have a lot of yapping with the thought for the deck, so I'm gonna go through the deck quite quickly, and then I will give you the reasoning for the order ratio that I have right now. So I'm gonna go through the right line real quick. We do have our Jacqueline, that is the only different for the stride except right line. So if you don't know what Jacqueline does, she basically a so plus one. When you're pawn, you can check the top seven card of your deck and choose up to two. One of it gonna go to hand and the rest gonna go to soul. So, and it has to be specifically a unit card. So that's why there's some reason behind where I play this ratio for the deck, and I will show you some alternative, and I will show you some of the other card that you can play. Give me 1 second. And then our crest is for drawing engine and the power scaling, of course. Of course, we do play the our lunatic, our Harry, and then our new card. I will show it somewhere on the screen because I forgot to print the proxies. But basically, the new guy, the Fairfield, I think, is on his skill is the Sobla 2. Flip a card that have the same name, and then you can call up to 2 cards from those Soblas from your soul. So, and give it Mega. The giving Mega is so important because you need to Mega instant to draw with your crest. So that's why I think Fairfield is a very good first try if you have the pieces, and very good second try if you need the pressure while still farming. So for grade 3, I was thinking about buffing this guy into 3, but with Fairfield in that in for the next try right now, I don't think you need to go to Harry too much, so I think 2 is fine. That is somewhere here. Another grade 3 that I'm gonna play is I do play with the one walk the dog. I will show you the package later, but I do have some alternative with this build. And I do play the one shower floor because, as you can see, I do play a 1-1 ratio because I do play the tow gear package. So that is the reasoning, and we do play 4 of the new card. I will call this guy this girl Chazzy. I think that's how her name pronounced. So basically Chazzy is a card where if you don't know her effect is if you discard this card during your phase, if I remember correctly. Now during your right phase, which you can discard for riding or striding, you can put her into soul. And her second ability is when your vanguard is being attacked, you can put her into the garden circle, and she does have a continuous 10k shield. If you have the crest, of course, and it does work when you ride into grade 1. I will go through the deck quickly, and I will talk about why I'm playing for this guy of her. But yeah, and then the last grade 3, I do play the amount of 4 order. I will show you why I play that ratio again. I do play 4 of the full rows, and for my last beater, I think I do play 1 for Cassia. For some of the grade 2, Yeah, that's grade 2, more grade 2. That is the new card, basically a better manticore, which is a 3-in-1 card. I think she have 3 effects, that's why she is a super rare. But yeah, I do play the amount of 4 of her because you can use her early as grade 2, grade 3. Her multi attack is not GB restricted. So I do play 3 of the toe as you can see here. That's why I do only play one of the grade 3, so you can turbo it out. And the last grade 2 that I play, that is the Tincast. On to our grade 1, I do play the amount of 4 normal PGs because we do play the Bliss order here. So maybe if you want to, depend on your locals, you can change it up one for the elemental tire if you want to. For the rest of grade 1, I do play the amount of 3 Philia. Why not 4? Because I don't have the 4th copy, but I do have another reason for that, because I do play the 1 Finley. I will talk about it later. And the 1 Goman, which is I think really important for the deck. That's it for the main deck. Onto the trigger, you can play. I do play the amount of 3 front. I don't have the 3rd copy of the 20k shield front, so I'm just gonna replace it with the Intersoul front. But I do have a reason if you want to play the other variants of the build that I'm gonna show later. But I think this build is gonna be my first drop for the deck. Of course, when we play 3 of the the front, we do have 4 crit, our 4 heal with the restanding heal, and then lastly the our over trigger. If I have the budget, I might chain the over triggers to something else, but right now I think I'm gonna focus on my main deck. So first of all, I'm going to talk about the consistency of the deck, because I do play a lot of discard fodder. So for the discard fodder for the deck, I think this is the discard fodder. This can be a discard fodder, and this definitely a discard fodder. The mainly, okay, for the first reason why I want to play for a lot of this grade 3, although I do have target to turbo it out, is I want to use this guy. I want to use her as soon as possible, because in the meta where your opponent three lands you every single game, this guy is so important. When you discard it, you can use it right away in your opponent's turn, even though you are grade 1. That's why this guy is kind of like, in my example, it's gonna be the same value as the persona shield. I think the same value. So for the total of this card target, you have a lot of this card target. For riding, you have 8. If you counting in this guy, you have more than 13k discard target. That's why I'm focusing on the consistency. If you want to, you can swap out one of the 4 lows for the second forecasture, just for the extra attack. But if you don't, I think 4 of this guy is a must. Maybe you bump it back to 3 if you feel confident. But this is gonna be 40k shield in your deck. And this guy is this girl is so good, because you can guard with it. It go to drop, and then your Focaccia have a target for next turn. So that's why I think for this guy is for this girl is a must. I will show you some play that you can do with Togear, but if you don't have Togear, because she does go up in price after the Farfield leak. I think just a bit in price, but but you do have some nice play with her. in your deck, outside of, of course, the turbo out the water dog. You do have some alternative target for those. That is the my OG place order. That is the Fascinate Parade, because if you have the Toga in hand, you either have to discard her into drop, or you have to find a way for the to put her into soul, which is combo really well with our new multi-attacker. I will call it Forchit. I'm just gonna call her the new Manticore, because I'm pretty bad at pronouncing. So and mainly the reason why I want to try Toga first, because I just bought Toga a few days before the leak, and I do like to try out different build for Harry, so this is why I play this. And you don't need to worry about the energy problem, because if you're going first or going second, even if you're going first and you don't use the project on your first grade return, is you still gonna have 9 energy for the first try turn, which you can use one walk for it up, or at least 2 per game if you use the portrait every single game. I do have some map thing in my deck, and you can still use at least 2 times this guy, and then every single turn left you can use this guy. So that's that. That's it for the Toga thing, because Toga can bridge you into your sharp claw dragon, and you do have some nice play with your order, because this can bridge into this, and you can use far field to surprise it out. So that is a really nice play that you can do. Let me see if I can do something else. Oh yeah, the Finley. Same principle, because there is a play that you can do that is 1 turn prior, when you strike into your Harry, right? Like 1 turn before, you put your Toga at the end of the turn, and you have your Finley on the board. You can actually use Toga to turbo out the order to guarantee you have the order into your soul, and next turn just use Finley to surprise it out and use the order. So that is do have some play for that, but it's a niche thing. If you want to, you can just use the 4th copy of Finley. And then this guy, I think I never used the 10k shield effect. I only used the 15k shield effect, because when you check the top 7, you can surprise it out right away, because with Finley or something like that. So never use the 10k shield effects. Okay, I think that's it for the deck profile. But I do have some play that I want to show you that you can actually do. So the first play is when you ride into Harry, and you check the top 7, right? You can actually with this build, you can actually you cannot choose the place order, right? But with Toga, you can choose the Toga and something random stuff else. So let's say this to this guy, you can do this this to hand and this to soul, and Toga can turbo out your where is it? Toga can turbo out your place order. After that, you can strike into your forfeit. Even though you can only if you want to, you can last 1 and then call 1. You still have 1 instead of Maya, and you still have your order to use right away. There's some small play that you can do. Of course, there's multiple play, a lot more play. Let's see if I can remember any of the play. The next play that you can do is actually let me remember, the toggle with the any of the this. I think with budget on your grade 2 turn you can do calling this, put it to soul, find it out right away to find your pieces. You do have play with 2 toggle. You do have play if you have 2 toggle here. Let's say like this. You can discard this first toggle to write into grade 2, right? And then you can call this, put this to soul, find this, and then put the specifically the where's my I should have it, right? I should have it somewhere. Oh yeah, you can put the shower ball into your soul, and then next turn when you graduate T, and then when you strike you can call out this guy to put back the second toggle in, and then turbo out into your second grade G in your deck. So that is some nice play with if you have 2 toggle in your opening hand. And Fortune is a really good early game. You can do some small combo like a this. You can get access to this, and then if you have your let me see, where's my filler. I think you can see what I'm trying to do here, right? If you're going first and you have your order into drop, or you have tube discard, is fine, you don't need the order into drop. But if you have to discard, access to tube discard either through your order or through your hand, after you writing, right, you can call CP1, draw a card this right here, attack with this first, put this guy to soul, draw a card, and then this guy can go to soul because she is not GB locked, to call it back to your behind your vanguard, and then your vanguard swing, and you have 2 instant of Philia to farm. So yeah, that is really good. There's a lot more play that you can do, very niche thing you can do, but in my opinion this is gonna be the more consistent build that I have. There is a lot more niche thing that you can do, like give me a sec. Okay, with the Chassis Juggler, just remember this card can reach up to I think 40k shield for one copy. Because grade 1 10k shield, grade 2 10k shield, grade 3 when you're striding, your first stride is another 10k shield, so 30, and then your second stride is another 10k shield, so at least 40 if you use it every turn for one copy, by the way. And you always want to use her first, and then you can use the second copy from your hand. If you use your copy from your hand first, then the copy in your soul cannot be called from soul anymore. So yeah, that is a bit more yapping than I thought, but maybe I will do a test hand with it and see if this card is actually really that good. The only thing that I can adjust, that is maybe I play too much of the discard order, I can change up the ratio, like I play 2 Focaccia and then 3 of the follows. But yeah, I really love the new support. Oh yeah, I will try to come up with every single play that I can do right now. For some reason, if you have one in your hand and one pocket in your soul, right, when you call the pocket from soul, I guarantee most of the play you're gonna have the Magia on her. But if you call her from hand like this, I suggest you change your position a little bit, because this girl doesn't have the mega, right? You can boost and then put her into soul, call something else, and that guy gonna have mega. But if your opponent doesn't have any type retire, that's fine. You can keep your non mega on the field for next turn. So yeah, another thing is maybe a small CB management for now, because your CB is so free. This and this is, I think, 2 CB now, and with the on strike it's gonna be 3 CB. Unless you want to draw with her, so it's gonna be more CB heavy, but most of the time just gonna use the cost from hand, because I do have a lot of hand to trading in. Yeah, I think that's it for the deck profile. Maybe next videos I'm gonna do a test hand or a local experience or something like that, a local fight or something like that. But I'm really happy with my build right now. You just have to control the damage or control the pace of the game a bit more, but you do have a lot of defensive with the new card right now. So yeah, and you do have a early game with the new card too, so really loving it. Maybe I will do a test hand in the near future, and hope you enjoy the videos. See ya.